I'm Todd Grisham, and there's nothing quite like the Empire Fight Camp, especially at night. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. So here's the Crusher. Here comes the man known as Crusher. While everyone refers to this man as Crusher, if you ask him, he describes himself as, quote, just a regular boxer. I doubt many of his opponents would agree with that assessment. Bugsy Malone. Yes, you heard that right. The UK rapper gonna try his hand at the sweet science.
Look at this. These fighters are so up for it. Look at that.
And now it's time for the official introductions. And for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Chelyabinsk in Russia, here is the hard-hitting 3-time light heavyweight champion of the world, Sergey Crusher Kovalev. Fighting out of the blue corner from Manchester, England, here is the multi-talented and popular rapper, Bugsy Malone.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight. And now the action's about to begin.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. The time has finally arrived. These 2 men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. Beautiful counterpunch. Straight right just misses. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This fight was so big, an arena couldn't contain it. We're fighting underneath the stars, and what a main event this should be.
These fighters are about to block themselves off and say, right, that's it. Keep out of it. Now it's fight time. The whole day, everybody's been waiting for these 2. This is it. This is so exciting.
And he scores with the counter. Counter punch. Just missing with the right uppercut. Just misses with that uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This could be the end. Just 1 punch away from getting the momentum back.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
He threw a punch and just got countered. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Jab does not score. Punch, counterpunch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. They exchange punches. Let's talk about Kovalev. survived that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Good-looking right hook, but that was blocked. Nice slip to avoid the jab. That hook was off target. At some point, the corner has to say you're done. Down goes Bugsy Malone. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. How about that time counter shot? Missing with the hook. That counter shot lands. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Talk about Malone in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown. On to the third. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
They miss with the jab. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. That punch lands. He threw the hook, didn't land. Those counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Down goes Kovalev. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five. You are ready.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. That right hook won't score. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Kovalev that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. There's the bell to start round 4. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Stamina is off the charts. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
What we are seeing. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Perfect counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
So time to go here.
A knockout victory. That is Todd. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination.
As expected, fully packed here tonight. All the seats have been sold. We're live at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
Time for our tail of the tape. Here is David Adelaide, 6'4" tall, and he packs a lot into those 212 pounds. He'll face off against the man known. Here is Big D, David Adelaide, fighting out of London in the heavyweight division, and he packs a lot into those 212 pounds. The juggernaut, Joe Joyce, one of the hardest hitters in the division. Not many fighters hit harder than the juggernaut.
Weight wise, it's going to be a teller, because when you get hit with those shots, it's going to hurt and we're going to feel it.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from London, England, here is Big D, David Adelaide. Fighting out of the blue corner, from London, England, and standing at 6 feet 6 inches, here is a British, Commonwealth, International, and European heavyweight champion, the juggernaut, Joe Joyce.
You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight. Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight, and what a fight it should be.
It's cooled down a little bit. The fighters will love that. We might see a high-tempo fight here.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Joe Joyce, an Olympic medalist. Stiff jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Insane action. You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight. Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight. And what a fight it should be.
Now things have cooled down. Now the fans are heating it up again. They've been excited. Wait for this. How have they prepared for this? These fighters. This is going to be so hard, but so different.
Throws the uppercut, but misses. They exchange punches. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Good counter punching. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to...
Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to me.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
You don't want to trade shots. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice work to avoid the left uppercut. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. This fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
They believe their fighter has it in.
On to the second round. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Perfect counter shot. Don't get caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
Terrorize them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
Punch, counter punch. His stamina is off the charts. And that jab just missed with the left hand. When you're fighting a massive heavyweight like this, you can't go toe-to-toe. You got to stick and move and use angles.
If you're standing in front of a dumper truck and you're trying to punch it back, push it back, the dumper truck is probably going to roll right over you.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Just misses with that uppercut. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want that heavy fist. And he scores with a counter. Solid punch. He caught him big time. Just when you think Joe Joyce is out of it, he comes firing right back.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously...
Listen, be smart when you go out there.
There's the bell to start round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missing with the hook. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Just misses with that left uppercut. Missed him with that uppercut. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How about that time counter shot? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Beautiful counter punch. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. That counter punch caught him clean. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Is he going to punch himself out, though? There's a counter shot. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
This fight's not over yet. You got to go back out.
Here we go to the fourth round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Catch and shoot. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
And he just missed with that left jab. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab doesn't find a home. The straight right just misses. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch. Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. David Adelaide just took a big shot. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. A perfect counter lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to...
Back on the job. That was a terrible round.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try. David Adelaide couldn't take any more, and down he goes. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Nice counter shot. Hey, those punches add up. Beautiful counter shot. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? That hook just can't find the target. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
That big hook doesn't land. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Bad round, but we don't... Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work.
This is the beginning of round 6. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
The straight right just misses. Did you see that? Adelaide rocked. A much better game plan here.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
The straight right just misses. How much? Hold it right there. Oh, my word. Adelaide in some serious trouble. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel after their...
Just be smart. Get shots off and don't...
Round 7, here we go. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Jab misses. He parries away the left uppercut. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Did you see that? An amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the